Hello everybody and welcome to Logical Machines. Today we are going to cover the second video of the road desktop application system. The first video was on familiarization, so the different parts and places and pieces of the application. Today we're going to actually use the application to activate a machine, change job parameters and save those. We're going to change some of the things in the modes menu and activate or deactivate those. We're going to learn a little bit more on how to read our charts and our table, and we are also going to learn how to save the table and chart data. You can find our videos at logicalmachines.com under the customer support tab or on our YouTube channel at Logical Machines. If you haven't checked out the familiarization video, please do so. It will make this video much more comprehensive for you to actually use this system. So I've already got my desktop application open, and right now my defaults from the controller are showing. So we've got our bulk cutoff weight at 0.4 of a pound, our bulk motor speed at 99%, our dribble cutoff weight at 0.49, our dribble motor speed of 40%, our target weight is at 0.5 of a pound, so half of a pound, our final check high is at 0.55, and our final check low is at 0.50. This here we want to make sure matches number 5 because the machine cannot technically underweigh, and therefore what we're going to do is match that to the target. Our drop open and drop close delay are each set at 1 second. So we want to make sure that our controller is connected through the status link bar up here, and then we want to look at it and make sure that we don't have anything reading in our current job weight, status, or motor speed area. Under the commands box, we're going to activate the machine through the start button, so we can click on that there. And you can hear my machine in the background running pretty hard. That's due to this 99% motor speed. And you'll notice that we have overshot our target by a substantial amount. So the target is 0.5, and we are now currently at a weight of 0.688. It didn't take us very long to reach it at 3.163 seconds, but we definitely don't want this in this fashion. So what we want to do is we're actually going to set up another job here, but I'm gonna teach you some things about the graph that we get here. So you'll notice it from the familiarization video, like we talked about, this key on the side is going to update actively after each run. So the second run is already assigned as a orange line here, and that one will show up when we hit the dump button and activate the machine again. And again, due to that 99% power, we're very much overpowered for our current setting. But what we've got going on is we've got the initial buildup of the vibrator here. We'll notice that our bulk runs very long, and then we get just a little bit of dribble to bring us up in here. But again, we're way far over our target line necessarily. So understanding this chart will help us understand where our settings are. Generally, the bulk cutoff is set around the 70% mark of the total weighment or target weight. So we're actually going to up this though a little bit more to, let's see here, excuse me, we're going to lower this, down to 0.375. And we're also going to change the bulk motor speed down to 75. Please keep in mind that just because you're applying more power to the vibrator doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be faster or any more accurate. There's usually a trade-off for speed, and that means that we're going to be less accurate on the finish. So I've changed both of these parameters. To activate them, what I want to do is come into the controller command box, and we're going to press the edit job button. You'll notice that our chart over here actively changed the lines. They opened them up a little bit. The bulk line is now lower, and this actually changed this setting a little bit higher as well. Essentially, it almost zooms in a touch when we do this. And to make sure that those parameters are saved now that we've changed them, we want to press the Save Job button. So let's go ahead and test out our little bit of changes here by hitting the dump button. You'll notice the machine is much quieter with the percentage that we had. And due to the fact that this setting, the dribble cutoff weight, is lower than we really need to be, we got some bump features going on in here. You can see these little spikes in our line, and that denotes the bump feature. And even though we came in very close to our target weight, we were pretty slow at the 10.817 seconds. So this chart basically will allow us to understand that we're getting a good bulk phase, but that our dribble phase could use a little bit of work. Since the speed is pretty decent, we just want to lengthen this dribble cutoff out a little bit. So we're going to make this nice and close to the target at 0.498. Again, to activate this setting, we want to come down to the Edit Job button and then the Save Job button. And then let's give ourselves a test on this new parameter. Beautiful. We're a little bit over in our weight, but not very much at all at 3,000. So our fourth run, if we look at our table in the lower left here, is going to be finalized weight of 0.503 in a time of 6.105 seconds. Not too shabby. We might be able to make this a little faster though. So we can come up to the bulk cutoff. We're actually going to lower this a hair to 0.365. We're going to come to our bulk speed and speed this up a hair to 80. And then we're going to leave our dribble cutoff weight and our dribble motor speed at the same. So we want to edit the job to activate those settings and then save the parameters by clicking on the Save Job button. And we'll restart this machine. Alrighty, so we actually shaved a little bit of time off, 0.2 of a second, not too shabby, and we came in at another weight of 0.503. So we've made some pretty good headway there overall, and we're running pretty decently right now. Now, you'll notice that we had one of the lines shift over. So currently under chart options, you'll notice this little window comes up that before we change anything, we'd have to clear the chart data. But if you look up here in our chart options, I have show the last 5 runs selected, and that's going to show me 4 runs plus the line that I create actively. And until that one finishes, I'll see all 4 of these, but one of these will move over once I start my next cycle. So I want to change my job to a different one at this point and do a little bit different of a weightments, but I want to save all this data that I've collected. So what I'm going to do is come up into the File option, and I'm going to save my table data from the lower left-hand side of the application here. We're going to click on that. You'll need to make a folder beforehand where you want to save your data. I keep mine in Road System Charts and Tables. And then I usually save my Excel spreadsheet as a date so I know exactly what I was doing on that particular day. So what I'm going to do is 03/06/2018, and then that will save to an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to drag a window in here real quick, and you'll see that that has saved as 03/06/2008 in an Excel spreadsheet there. You'll also notice that I've saved chart data here. This takes a snapshot image of the desktop application and allows you to read the chart data. And that's how we would do that. We're going to show that next here. So I want to save this chart data here. I'm going to come up to File. I'm going to click on Save Chart as a JPEG. And again, I'm going to find my Road System Charts and Tables. And I want to save that as chart data 03/06/2018. And that is also saved into that file on my desktop there. So we can also load a different job completely, numbers 1 through 99. So let's go to job number 3 here. And you'll notice I've got some semi-odd parameters. And then what we will need to do before we can actually do anything here is you'll notice that these are coming in at 0.5 as we've got a target right now of 1 pound. You'll see the old graphing system alter to the new line settings if you don't clear out this data. But we're also going to do that so we don't get confused with the runs that we have going on right now. So to clear that data, we're going to come up to the File window, and we're going to click on Clear Chart Table Data. That will clean the slate and give us a new beginning essentially. So we're going to set up an entirely new job with this. We're going to do a 12-ounce run, or 0.75 of a pound. So since our target weight is defined, we want to fill that in first. Then we can come to our number 7, Final Check Low, and make that the same thing to match our target weight. And then my tolerance is going to be pretty close here, so I want to do 0.760. We're going to leave our drop open and drop close delay at 1 second. Now we're going to come back up to the top segments. And under bulk cutoff weight, we're going to type in 0.655 at a dribble motor speed of 80, or a bulk motor speed of 80, excuse me. On the dribble cutoff weight, we're going to make that 0.745, decently close to our target, but also giving it a little room for product that is still falling from the feed pan. And then we're going to reset the dribble motor speed to 40. To activate these parameters, we want to click on Edit Job, Save Job next, and now our parameters are nice and locked in and we can make our run. So even though we've got product currently showing at a weight of 0.506, when we hit the dump button, we're going to discharge that product and start our new run completely. Now our settings are a little bit overdone, so we ended up overshooting our target, but again we can understand that our bulk is running decently. We've got a bit more fall off. We can see this changeover to the dribble is actually above the dribble line, so that tells me I need to adjust my bulk cutoff downward a bit. So we're going to change that to 0.645. We're going to come down to the Edit Job button and activate that parameter, and then we're going to press the Save Job button to make sure that it solidifies. And let's go ahead and hit the dump button. And again, we've overshot our target weight a little bit overall, so we may need to make some speed adjustments now. If I've drawn my bulk cutoff back, but we end up with the same result, we can almost every time assume that our bulk motor speed is a little too high. So we're going to change that setting to 70% power. And we're going to press the Edit Job button. We're going to press the Save Job button, and then we're going to hit the dump button. Alrighty, we have actually hit a very, very good weight with this run, and we're actually quite fast as well. So run number 3 down in our table in the lower left-hand corner here, we're seeing a final weight of 0.753, well within our tolerance, and we achieved that at a time frame of 7.57. Now I think we could actually speed this up a little bit more. So we're going to come up to the bulk cutoff weight. We're going to lower it a little bit so we have an earlier cutoff range at 0.625. We're going to make the bulk motor speed at 80, and then we're going to hit the Edit Job button to activate and the Save Job button to solidify it, and we're going to dump it. Alrighty, so we've hit a pretty good range here. Excuse my compressor. Can't use a machine without one, unfortunately. But we've hit a pretty... Actually, we extended our time, unfortunately, but we improved our accuracy rate quite a bit. The excess vibration here denotes us at 0.749, but on my controller I've got 0.750, which is exactly where we want to be. So we're going to set this up for 85% power, Edit Job, Save Job, and Dump. Now you'll notice we had a very fast time, but we overshot our target weight overall again. So we may want to draw this back some to the 80. We're going to give this an Edit Job and a Save Job, and then make another run here. Alrighty, so we're right within our tolerance range. We're showing a little bit higher up here, but that's picking up a little residual vibration. And we basically chopped an entire second off our run from the last couple times. We've got 4.8, but at a weight of 0.757. To save this data, we'll come up into File. We're going to save our table data into our designated folder. And we can do 0.75 pound 03/06/2018. And then we can save our chart data as well as 0.750 chart data, same date. Hope this helps you use our application from the desktop settings. If you need any questions answered, please contact us at the contact page on logicalmachines.com or giving us a call, and we will answer any questions that you need. Thanks. Have a great day.